They don't slam doors. They don't raise their voice. They don't send the long message at midnight explaining everything you did wrong. They just go quiet. And somehow that silence is louder than anything they could have said. You notice it before you can name it. The slight shift in their energy, the responses that get shorter, the warmth that doesn't quite reach their eyes anymore, the way they're still there, still showing up, still functioning. But something behind it all has carefully, quietly stepped back. And if you ask them if they're okay, they'll say yes, every time. This is not passive aggression. This is not manipulation. This is not a game designed to make you feel guilty. This is what happens when a person has spent so long not being safe to express pain that silence became the only language their hurt knows how to speak. Psychologists who study emotional regulation identify two broad responses to interpersonal pain. The first is externalizing, expressing the hurt outward. Confrontation, tears, anger, the long conversation. The second is internalizing, turning the pain inward, processing privately, withdrawing, going quiet. Neither is wrong. But the people who internalize are almost always the ones who learned very early that expressing pain out loud came with a cost. Maybe they were told they were too sensitive. Maybe their emotions were minimized or dismissed. Maybe they grew up in an environment where vulnerability was met with irritation or ridicule, or simply nothing. No response, no comfort, no acknowledgement. So they learn to keep it inside, not as a choice, as a survival strategy. And survival strategies don't disappear when the danger does. They follow you into every relationship, every conflict, every moment someone hurts you and you open your mouth and nothing comes out. Here is what's actually happening inside someone when they go quiet. It is not indifference. It is the opposite of indifference. They are feeling everything, possibly more intensely than the people who express it loudly ever do. But somewhere between the feeling and the expression there is a wall, built over years, brick by brick. Every time they tried to speak and it didn't go well. Every time they were vulnerable and it was used against them. Every time they reached out and the hand wasn't there. So now when it hurts, they go somewhere internal. They process alone. They sit with it. They turn it over and over, trying to understand it before they ever consider letting another person near it. And sometimes, by the time they've processed it enough to speak, the moment has passed. The conversation never happens. The hurt gets added to a pile that nobody else can see. This is what makes loving someone like this so quietly difficult. You can't always tell when you've hurt them. There is no obvious signal, no clear moment where you can say, that's when it happened. By the time you notice something is off, by the time the silence becomes impossible to ignore, they've already been sitting with it alone for longer than you know. And when you finally ask, and they say they're fine, they're not lying to you. They're telling you the truth as best they can, given that nobody ever taught them how to do it any other way.